Hey, we are going to learn about double letters today. So first off, I've already talked to you a little bit about it in the last lesson or another lesson. But we're going to talk about a specific spelling rule. Now, the spelling rule is if you have one vowel in a one-syllable word followed by an L, S, F, or a Z, that letter needs to be doubled. Okay, so now, still, see how it has one vowel, it's a one-syllable word, and it has two L's. Shell, one vowel, and it's doubled with an L. Smell, one vowel, see how it's followed by an L right there? It's doubled. Grill, we have one vowel, and it's doubled by an L. Chill, one vowel, and it's doubled by an L. Stall, see how this unit sound is following this spelling rule right here. Now, we have one vowel followed by L's. Dwell, we have one vowel followed by an L, so it needs to be doubled. Quell, one vowel followed by an L, they double it. Brill, one vowel followed by an L, it gets doubled. Okay? Now, we have grass, same rule. With one vowel followed by an S, you double it. It's in a one-syllable word. Bass, one vowel followed by an S, the S sound, you double it. Pass, loss, miss, kiss, bus. This is kind of fun. So bus means kiss. So that's kind of a fun thing, so I thought I'd put those together. Press, guess. Now look at this. You remember the GU? The U is not a vowel in this one because it's there to keep this saying G. So we have guess. If we took that U out, it would say Jess. All right, now we have chess. Look, one vowel, and it's doubling with the S because the S sound with one S, remember, that makes the Z sound most of the time. Not always. Not only that, one S is plural. Bliss, Swiss, bless, cross. Now look at this one. Off. We have one vowel and it's doubled by the F. We have buff, one vowel, you double it with an F. See how it's following the vowel? That's the rule. Okay, now we have puff, huff, riff, raff, cuff, biff, staff, stuff, bluff, cliff, sniff, uncuff. Oh, what? Look at this. This is a multi-syllable word. Has two vowels, but why is it doubled at the end? It's because this is a base word. Un means not, so that's a prefix. So if you have a base word right here, you follow the spelling word on the base word. Okay, so this means not cuff. Okay, so now look at this one. Now you have double Z's. You have one vowel and it's following with the Z. Spaz, that says fizz. Spaz, one vowel and it's followed by a Z, you double them. Whiz, jazz, fuzz, buzz, fizz. I thought this was kind of a fun thing. Tiff. So a tiff, it just means that it's like a silly argument. You're having a tiff. Okay, that's what tiff means. So now we have plaintiff. So plaint means lamentation. So you're lamenting about this tiff that you're having. So I would put this one right here as a compound word. So it's kind of fun. If you studied anything to do with law, or you would know what this word is. Okay, So riff raff. This is also a compound word that it's following this spelling rule. You double it if it has one vowel, okay? So this is kind of fun. Bus. Now we have, bus is, the reason why you spell it B-U-S, not like buzz, not B-U-S-S, is because this right here is a short version for omnibus. It's shortened, so people don't have to say omnibus. Now the same thing with motor bus. These are the same things. This is harquebus. Now this E, open E, actually turns to schwa right here, which I think is interesting. I don't really know the rule on that one, but, and then we have airbus. So it's important to understand when to use the word bus properly, because this word right here, omnibus and motor bus and airbus, means that you're actually transporting people, which I think is really interesting. But this one is not transporting people right here. This one actually is a gun. So you need to make sure that you know when to abbreviate bus properly. And these three words, you could actually abbreviate bus properly, but you can't with this one. This one is its full word. So you don't shorten B-U-S on every word. So this word says iambus, and you don't shorten this and say this is a bus, because it's a completely different meaning. When bus is shortened, it means you're transporting people. Okay, so now we have sickness. Now we're gonna talk about this double letter right here. Ness is a suffix, and it means a state, a condition, a quality of whatever your base word is, okay? So ness right here is changing this verb into an abstract noun, okay? So she is sick. See how that's a verb? The sickness made her unable to compete. See how that changed it into an abstract noun? Same with this. Ill, illness. See how ness, it is always N-E-S-S. You just add it on to the base word. Okay, you don't have to look for any doubling rules. You do actually need to change the Y to I when you have that one, okay? So illness. So this right here is following the spelling rule. One vowel and it's followed by N-E-S-S. So illness. Now ill, she is ill. See how that is a verb? Now the illness made her unable to compete. Same with sick. So seamless, less, right here is following this rule. That's how you spell it when you add it on to a base word, okay? See how we're just adding this on. It's not a CVC. So right here, less means without seams. So without problems, it went seamless, it was flawless, okay? Without any seams. So clueless, same thing. This less means without whatever your base word is. This person was clueless. They had no clue what was going on. Okay, so now look at this word, surpass. This is a root, a Latin root, and this is a prefix. It follows this doubling rule. Pass, see? This is your prefix. So you just add it on. Engross, this is your Latin root. This is your prefix, you just add it on. Press, you're following this rule. This is your prefix, this is your root, so you're adding it on. Aggress, now look, we have two doubles right here. This G right here goes with your prefix. This G right here goes with your base word. But we don't say aggress, right? We just say aggress. This turned to schwa right here. This right here because it's unaccented. Whoops, that wasn't very good. This is the unaccented syllable, so that closed A is turning to a. Okay? So this would be a chameleon prefix right here. This is a fun one. Access. So we have two C's right here, but you can hear both of these C's. This says k, and this one says s. This one is followed by the C, which keeps it saying its hard k sound. And then this one is followed by an E, I, or a Y, which makes this say S. So excess. So, and then the S, this is your root. C-E-S-S is your Latin root. That is your prefix. You just make sure C goes with the prefix, C goes with the root, and then you double the S. Okay? Now, same here. This is Latin. This needs to be doubled because it's your root. This is the accented syllable right here. Okay? Your accented syllable needs to be doubled at the end. And most of the time when you have the accented syllable in a multi-syllable word, it's Latin. Not always, but most of the time. But look at this. If and if. Well, why isn't if doubled? You know, there's just some words that aren't doubled, and that you just need to memorize it and know that. But look, we do have an if right there, but this is an abbreviation. And it stands for if and only if. So if you use this, you're actually, that's what that means. So this is the one that you actually would use most of the time. You don't really see this very often. Okay, now we did go over the doubling rules, but we're gonna go over them again. Okay, so this word kettle, we talked about the consonant LE. Now, if you know it's going to be a consonant LE, because there's just times where you just know it because you've seen it enough, but you're not exactly sure how to spell something though, you can hear it, kettle. You can hear the TLE falls over here. So you're trying to spell it and you're going kettle. Oh, well, there's no way that that's correct because that's an open syllable. So you need to double it to keep that short. So it says kettle. So same with this one. Battle. Now we're trying to spell it. You can hear that it falls over here. But if you leave it open, that would say battle. Okay? So it has to be doubled so it can become a closed syllable and it makes that short. And now it says battle. So now we have kitty. It is a little bit different than this, but you can still hear it. Kitty. Kitty. See how it falls over here? So you're spelling it kitty. But if you spell it like this, it would say kitey, right? So you need to double it. Now, this can be a little bit tricky because like we have city. So city, or is it sit-y? Sit-y. So that one you can't hear as easily, it's sit-y. And so that one does not need to be doubled. So these ones are a little bit trickier than your consonant LE. Now look at this one, official. Now this isn't the word off. You don't have a base word here. So it's not official, it's this turn to schwa. See how it's a closed O? So it has to be doubled for this to say or it would say official if this wasn't doubled. Does that make sense? Okay, so now look, officially. See, now why is this doubled? It's because this ends in an L in your base word, and then you have your suffix ly. You're adding it on. You don't have to look for a doubling rule because this isn't a vowel suffix, so you just add that on. But look at this one, intercell. Inter means between, so you're going between the cell. This is your prefix, this is your base word. So now look, this is following your spelling rule. This is a root, okay? Has one vowel and it's followed by an L, so it needs to be doubled, okay? And then you're adding on your prefix. See, it's a 3-syllable word, but you still have to double it because this is a prefix, okay? So now copper, you can hear it fall, copper. It's over here, so it would say coper if it wasn't doubled. Bottom, bottom. You can hear this T fall over here. It needs to be doubled. So, comma. You can hear it, comma. See how it falls here? Double it. So you want this syllable to be a closed syllable so this letter becomes short. Look at this one, bunny. This, bunny. You have to have this letter here or for this to be short. So this has to be a closed syllable. This closed syllable is forcing that to be short. Closed, short sound, okay? Button, button. See how you can hear it fall over here. You don't hear button. You don't hear you say that. It's button. So when you're doubling, hear where it falls. If it's a short sound, you need to double it. And that becomes a closed syllable. We don't say bootin. Look what happens if you don't double it. It says bootin. So we're gonna double it. Button, see? That was open without the T and this is closed. Cotton, cotton. You can hear it fall here, double it. That would say cotin without it. Summer, summer. You hear it fall in your second syllable, double it. So you're not saying sumer. Okay, we don't want it open. You need a closed syllable. This M makes that closed. So this, well, it makes this whole syllable become a closed syllable. It forces that to be short. Okay, now this one's a little bit different. It does end up being still a closed syllable. See, that's a closed syllable. This is a base word with its suffix added onto it. So this says scrapped. Okay, so you have a base word right there. The reason why is it's a consonant, vowel, consonant. This is a doubling rule when you're adding on a vowel suffix. So you have to double it with its P. Same with this one. This, your base word, this is dragging. Your base word is drag. You have to look for a consonant, vowel, consonant before you're adding on your vowel suffix. If you know you're adding on a vowel suffix, look to see if it needs to be doubled, okay, with your base word. So that's why this double G is here. It's consonant, vowel, consonant, or it would say dragging. Okay, that vowel suffix would pull this other G over and it would be long if you didn't double it. Now look at this one, accommodating. Now this one's kind of fun because you have two prefixes right here. These are chameleons, okay? So you have this prefix added on to this word, this root, and you have the M here on the root, and you have your chameleon. C-O-M is your chameleon. It's just added on, okay? You add, now this one, you just add it on, okay? You don't say, oh, there's two C's there. Oh, do I put two C's there? Well, if you know it's a chameleon prefix, you know it's a prefix, your prefixes don't change and your base word doesn't change. The only time you change a base word is at the end of a word, and it depends on what suffix you're adding it on to it, okay? So like this word, if you did, this had an E on the end, okay? But we're dropping the E because you're adding on your vowel suffix, okay? Accommodating. Now look at this, berry. Why is this a double R? Well, there's a lot of words that say air. When you have an E-R-R, you hear it air. So these are words you should really study because there's a lot of words that say air and they're spelled differently. So E-R-R says air, right here, terror. But A-R-R also says air. Now this is married, okay? Like I'm married to a man. I want to be married. So, but look, you also have married as in, oh, happy. So this is your base word, merry. Like as in Merry Christmas, and anyways, you change the Y to I and added your vowel suffix onto that. All right, that was really exciting and fun lesson. So I hope you enjoyed it and learned a little bit more on how to understand when to double your letters. Okay, we'll see you in the next one.